All right, WSOU 89.5. It's Matt here with Undivided. How you guys doing?
Hey, how you doing, Matt?
Not too bad, man.
What's up, man?
All right, so you guys have been around for a little while, right? Just formed, what, 96, 97?
Yeah, the original lineup's 97. The lineup I got right here with me right now, we've been going strong since about 2008 now. So
Okay.
this lineup about 6 years.
All right, and your first full-length album, that was released like 2009, I believe?
Yes, 2009. Before that, we just had some, demos.
Classic hardcore stuff, bunch of splits and 7 inches, stuff like that.
No 7 inches, they were all cassettes and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. They'll have like a limited edition, only 100 copies of red cassette released, at one time. Yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah, right. But and then you guys followed up with No One's Safe.
No One's Safe, yeah. That was 2012, and our new album right now just came out. It's called The Way Things Are.
It's released back in the summer, right?
Yeah, late summer. Late summer. We released it in at the end of August, when we debuted it over there in Europe. Biohazard took us to Europe this summer, so we were over there for 3.5 weeks, and we started playing all the stuff live then. So.
We were talking a little bit before about the scene over in Europe. From what I've heard, it's pretty nuts. The fans are really awesome.
Still alive.
Yeah, they're very. There's a lot of venues put on shows over there for this kind of music. Scene's great over here, but there's just more places to play and more promoters that are into the underground over there, and the fans are very loyal over there too. So they keep on coming back. So it's great. The vibe over there is really great.
So yeah, when I had Sick of It All in here, they were talking about how it is over in Europe, and they love going to Europe, and the response that they get from these people who don't even know the language are singing all the words, and in the language it's not their own, which is, that's just got to be awesome.
Yeah, we got to see them. Where was that?
France.
Yeah, it was
France.
in France.
We crossed paths with them with Biohazard, and it was great, man. They're unbelievable live. There's like.
It's a hell of a lineup, right?
Seriously,
Yeah.
I've been seeing those guys forever, and they are still. Their new record's unbelievable.
Dude, it was hard, man. I was a big fan of it. I think it only came out maybe a day or two before they came in to do the interview, and I got my hands on it like the day before the interview, and threw it on. Speaking of playing over in Europe, how do you guys go about your touring process? Do you enjoy it? Are there things you don't like? Still like? How have things changed?
I enjoy it a lot. It's always great to travel, and like I said, the vibe over there is good. The only thing, you have sometimes you got to get used to not taking a shower for a few days, and
wet wipes are your friend.
Yeah, wet wipes are your friend.
Dante throws out all his underwear.
Yeah, that's what
It's a serial underwear
Yeah,
in every city.
A lot of times after I get off stage, I just I just take off my underwear and throw it out. I don't even I don't even worry about putting it in a laundry bag. Yeah, each garbage can in each club backstage, you usually see my underwear there.
I saw somebody in Hungary pick one up.
Another thing, you guys are working on a new album now, right?
Yeah, we actually are working on new material. We haven't stopped, even though this one has just been out a couple months. We're concentrating right now. Like I said, there's not many places to play at the moment, so we're just working on new stuff. And
you guys always play in Jersey.
Yeah,
We're more than happy to have you.
Yeah, well, we just played. We just played not too many, like 5 or 6 weeks ago. So we have to spread it out.
Where'd you guys play in Jersey?
We played at the Blue Room over there in Secaucus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For a friend's benefit, and
oh my God! You know what? I was supposed to go to that show.
The homicidal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had something come up. Actually, I shouted that out when I was DJing, and I forget what band it was. Guy called me up from the band, told me what was going on, and I was like, all right, man, definitely, I'll make sure I'll shout that out, especially for a good cause like that.
That was homicidal,
Full Scale Riot,
yeah. Timmy.
That's who it was. Yeah.
Danny.
Couple of the great bands. What was that young band that played?
Oh, Paralysis.
Paralysis.
Yeah.
That was a good show. That was definitely a good show. It was fun. Good cause.
Again, speaking of playing in Jersey and other scenes, what's your guys' favorite scene other than your own? Assuming your own is your favorite.
We always do great in Romania.
EDM, man. EDM.
Eastern European countries.
Yeah, Eastern Europe
The
is.
shows are always very interesting.
You mean
it's
like music-wise? Like music-wise scene? Or?
No, like, the different hardcore scene, There's New York, New Jersey hardcore, even though those are kind of different. Boston's different. California's.
I think that the
the old school New York,
Eastern
man.
Europe, I think Eastern Europe has a very, strong and young scene right now because they're a little bit behind music-wise, and, right before we left for tour with Biohazard, I had a phone call with Bobby Hamble, and he was talking about how, they were one of the first bands to go over when the Berlin Wall went down,
Yeah.
and he just explained how because of that, and communism and all that stuff, everything was kind of delayed, so it's still kind of fresh and new there.
Still new there,
Whereas it's not so much here. You know what I mean? And don't get us wrong, we love our country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, but
Eastern Europe, like we're far off, and Serbia and Romania, we love going out there, and the fans out there, are really into it, so that's our favorite part. They got a lot of great up and coming bands too coming out of there. So I would say that.
all right, we were talking before outside about talking about Leeway. What are some of your guys' biggest influences, musically?
Well, me, we're writing wise, the late 80s, early 90s, definitely Leeway and Crumbsuckers and Carnivore, Biohazard, Cro-Mags, that stuff. Those are my influences. The other guys here have other influences,
Man, it's so all over the place. You know what I mean? As far as influences go, a lot of what Dante said, but early Metallica, Megadeth, guitar players. It's like
he's the lead. He's the lead guitar. He's the lead guitar player, so he's into different stuff like that.
I should have worn my Eddie Van Halen Chuck Taylor
Shredders and stuff.
Nobody's got guitar tone like Eddie Van Halen. Still.
Dude, even I'll tell you, I got to play on that new head that he's got out.
Oh yeah, EVH. Yeah,
monster.
Man. Yep.
Monster.
Yeah. One of my favorites of all time.
I mean, he's still up there, ripping up there. Disgusting. But when he said Metallica, what's funny for me is I'm such a huge Metallica fan, but I literally don't listen to anything after Injustice for All. So there's 20 years of music that I just don't listen to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's bad music. It's just not. It's not what I'm into.
I think they did a pretty good job with their last record.
Step in the right direction. Big
I think
time.
so. I mean,
it's not saying anger.
No. I mean, come on. No disrespect to them, but there was a period where as we like to say, that ain't hardcore.
Yeah, that was a rough era.
Yeah.
About you, man? You same.
Mostly just New York bands. Carnivore, Quicksand was a big influence. Really put a fire under my butt.
Frank Sinatra.
Exactly.
Of course.
Frankie Clawfingers.
In the tap shoes. Wanted to ask you guys, how's your writing process go? Everybody, I feel like a lot of people it's the same thing, but you never know. Sometimes it's different. For me personally, whenever in my bands, it's real organic. We just get together and jam, and whatever riffs I'm working on by myself, I'll just bring them there. It'll be just one piece, and then see if we can expand on that.
Yeah, we've tried to do that more on the last CD, and on this one coming up, we're gonna do the same. First couple CDs, I dominated most of the writing. Write the songs by myself, bring them into the band. I write all the lyrics, so the riffs have to be a certain way, I guess, for me to be able to write lyrics to it. But as the time has gone on, trying to get together with the guys as a group and write this new stuff that we've been doing it that way. Getting in a room and just jamming, and I'm listening to all kinds of ideas for arrangements and stuff. So, that's the direction it's headed in now.
I think you can really tell too when bands are getting together and just jamming. You know, I saw this band. I've been a big fan of this band for a long time, but I went and saw them, I'm gonna say 2-3 weeks ago. War of Ages, and all these guys actually live really far away from each other, like different parts all over the country. And I was like, dude, your writing process has got to be, you know, crazy, because you know you got to. I track this. Let me send it to this guy. Let me send it to this guy.
It would be impossible years ago. Now it's you know.
Yeah, now you know.
Now
luckily
so
bands can stay together. You can do that.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
I think there's really something to being able to be in a room with a bunch of guys and jam.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think that our record now, the way things are, is a definite step in the direction of being more organic, and the way that we try to produce that one was just like us in a room. We actually tracked it live together. Awesome. Whereas like the CD before that was more polished and No One's Safe, that was called. So for anybody that's listened to either of them, you can kind of tell that we were going for more.
That was the 2009 record.
2012.
12.
Yeah. So the differences between them, and I think it ended up just being more organic and more what we actually sounded like live. We didn't do any triggering. We didn't do any.
That's
dude.
How much of a disappointment
we tried,
is that, dude?
Yeah, we tried to make it.
Band live,
yeah, that's what we tried to do. We tried to get as close to us live as possible.
That's us. That record, our new record is us.
Oh yeah, I mean,
man.
When you listen to a guitar player on a record and you're like, oh, this guy shreds, then you see him live.
Right.
Hell is this?
Yeah. You always should be able to do your record live. Especially our genre of music. It's far from technical. That's how I like it anyway. But
technical's not. I don't think it's the biggest. I think tight. Just being tight is the biggest thing you can do, because you got guys who can play 8-string guitar, sweeping and all these crazy blast beats and all that stuff, and then there's the band's all over the place. It's tight. It's not tight.
It's all about the
sounds
bad.
Yeah, and you can't rock to it, man. You can't.
Yeah, well, that's we're way ahead of schedule. We're writing now, and so we have a lot of time to experiment with the new stuff that's going to come out, and we don't have to we don't have to release anything for the rest of this year, so we have plenty of time to write and see what everything is. And plus, when you write songs, the songs that you write in the winter, and then there's songs that you write in the summer.
Yeah.
It's like all mood and different times in life. So this group of songs that we're writing now, the ones that we'll write in the middle of the year and then the end of the year, they're all, I think, all together it'll be great.
Absolutely.
That passage in time. That's how I like to think about it.
Absolutely.
Seasonal
disorder. Like the beer. Yeah.
Seasonal writing.
Seasonal writing disorder.
It's gonna be the name of my microbrew if I ever start brewing my own beer.
There you go.
But did you guys? I don't want to hold you or nothing. Did you pick out a title for the new album?
No, it's too early. Yeah, we'll have to wait till we always wait till the lyrics are done, and then.
It's gonna have a big flip flop on the cover.
Yeah,
because Dante loves flip flops.
Yeah. I hate flip-flops.
You guys should get me in an EDM outfit on the back of it. I got all the neon stuff on.
Or me. Nice. Both of us, bro.
Right? Seriously, get the headbands and all that. Short shorts. The Daisy Dukes.
We're gonna cover a D. Antwoord song.
That's right.
You ever see those guys? Yeah. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My buddy's into that stuff.
They're insane.
But I want to say, is there anything else you guys would like to add? Just kind of freestyle it, do whatever you want.
Well, I would just, thanks for having us on.
Absolutely.
We're underground band, and
it's always nice to come back.
It's great to be back, and everybody out there, we're still doing this because we love it, and we're crazy enough to still keep on doing this. All the ups and downs that go on, and so we're just keeping on, keeping it going.
And I want to add, make sure you guys check out the last album, The Way Things Are.
Yes.
Check that out, and keep an eye out for the new album coming out. I guess sometime next year.
Yeah, sometime early in the January, February next year, hopefully.
And check out tour dates.
Yeah, and hopefully we're working on stuff this spring and summer to go out on the road. And in the meantime, you can always check us out on Facebook, It's Undivided NY on Facebook, and then we have UndividedNY.com. Come say hello to us. Check us out.
We're going to be doing some giveaways too, so make sure you guys tune in for that. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you. Thanks,
Pleasure.
man.
It's Matt,
Underground
WSOU
Mix.
89.5. All right, that was my interview with Undivided. Big shout out to Dante and the rest of the guys. Coming up next, I got Acid Sentence by Municipal Waste. And request, call me up, 973-761-9768. Keep it locked in.